Okay, so it seems like we have a little bit of an update on Yusan, or also known as Unnamed. Now, obviously, yeah, they are a very big VTuber in the space, and yeah, they've been very popular with them doing a lot of different stuff, including a lot of music-based things, which have been extremely popular over the past couple of months, couple of years even, which, again, is great to see. But it seems that there's been some pretty sad news that's been going on with Yusan at the moment, as they have recently announced that they will be going on an indefinite hiatus down here 23 hours ago. They also actually went live to talk about their situation. So we'll go into more detail about exactly why Yusan has, gone on indefinite hiatus, why this is the case, right? And obviously they say, yeah, thank you for supporting and believing in me. After 3 years of activities as Unnamed, I want to share something important with you. Starting December 21st, which is in 2 days' time, I'll be taking an indefinite hiatus. VTubing and music are places that accepted me when I felt lost and reminded me that I was allowed to exist as myself. Lately, my body has been sending me signs that I can no longer ignore. If I keep moving forwards without listening, I'm afraid I might lose the part of me that truly loves music. I still believe in my dream. That belief is exactly why I chose to pause now, to take responsibility for myself and protect my future. They say during this time, I will stop regular posts across social media, but I will continue to honor all collaborations that have already been promised. I will stream on December 21st. I hope we can smile together once more and trust that we will meet again with genuine smiles. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for walking me through these past years. So again, you might be wondering, what exactly is this that is going on? What is really happening here? And obviously they went live with a stream called About Future Activities, which has over 2.4 thousand likes, right? And some people have been talking about it over on virtual YouTubers, but also on Kurosanji, where obviously some people have discussed exactly what is going on in the live stream itself. So they say apparently it all started with their voice having issues. They checked their mic for issues, and it turns out the mic wasn't the problem. Their voice just wasn't coming through. They were diagnosed with psychogenic aphonia, which obviously I looked up what aphonia was. Obviously, it means the total loss of voice, which is obviously not great if you are someone who sings and does speaking as a job, right? And they say they tried VTubing to remedy it, and eventually they tried a VTubing related remedy. Obviously, it's a psychogenic aphonia as well, so it's slightly different. Say they tried a VTubing related remedy to still be a musician, despite doubts. However, it seems that the aphonia might be relapsing. In short, they desperately need to take a physical and mental break indefinitely. All scheduled music videos should still go through. Let's respect their wishes, everyone, so that they can rest well and recover. Information is as of posting. Updates will be in the comments. And obviously, they do provide updates down there. They say relevant information regarding Yusan's disease. Here we go. They also have actually put this here. They say a voice disorder when voice quality, pitch, and loudness differ or are appropriate, or are inappropriate and for an individual's age, gender, cultural background, or geographic location. So yeah, they say it's organic, so physiological voice disorders that can result in alterations in respiratory and vocal tract mechanisms. So it seems like obviously it is just affecting their voice in some way, shape, or form. And obviously that is a full kind of look at exactly what they have, which obviously sucks. Obviously, the aphonia says total loss of voice, but it can mean more than that. It can mean, obviously, as they say, like a change in voice, change in pitch, change in quality, change in whatever, which obviously isn't great, right? So they go on to say that aphonia was hidden from everyone. This put added pressure to them as they tried to keep up with the industry and become professional. Therefore, they decided to take a break to not make the aphonia go worse and to not lose music. The main driver, according to Yusan, was loneliness. They didn't want to lose everything they gained those past 3 years, and so they are making a decision with a heavy heart. Yusan thanked the community for everything. They admitted that they aren't okay and they're broken, which is a very brave thing to do. They say on December 21st, they will release something, not a heavy goodbye, but a reason to celebrate everything, including a new outfit and a stream where they talk about all the people they've met over the years, not PewDiePie. They say, all along with a few announcements, they also described this as a recovery period. Unfortunately, they won't be coming back anytime soon. However, they thanked VTubing and music community for being the only place to accept them when they felt like they didn't belong. I said, overall, this was quite bittersweet. Wow. Say, please believe me in me for a little longer, and when I return with a genuine smile, I'll thank you for walking with me for these past 3 years, Unnamed. So yeah, obviously a lot of people saying, my God, the idea of worrying that they would lose all their friends and connections over not being able to VTube, that is both sad and relatable on a visceral level. Poor thing. I really hope someone is out there to let them know that they're still accepted and that their legacy is strong. I still think back to how Yusan's the first to collab with Doki when she returned, or how Yusan was still loved by Noctix after all this time. So yeah, obviously a lot of people wishing the best. As Iroha was diagnosed with psychogenic asphonia last year, so I'm familiar with its debilitation, but also can be impermanent. Say, I will wait patiently for Yusan's recovery. And obviously, yeah, a lot of people saying we'll be there for them whenever they essentially come back, which obviously, yeah, will be good. And, you know, I think it is just one of those things where it sucks. We've had a lot of voice related kind of, I guess, injuries that have been going on lately. Not injuries, but I guess just stuff that's been going on. For example, like Rara, who obviously recently went on hiatus over at HoloLive due to the fact of, you know, she had some like voice nodules or whatever on her, you know, throat or whatever. So again, it seems like she obviously had to get some surgery for that and is on hiatus at the moment. And obviously we have Yusan here, who, yeah, they also have, you know, some issues with their psychogenic aphonia, which obviously, yeah, affects their voice and how it really kind of works and stuff. Obviously, as well as I said, people on virtual YouTubers have also been talking about this. People saying, best of luck, Yusan, come back when you can. Obviously, some people saying, I've been living under a rock. Who even is that? Obviously, some people don't know them. Obviously, yeah, they are ex Nijisanji as well. If people didn't know that, they're saying, honestly, pretty sad about this one. I don't keep up with VTubers much, but Yusan was an exception. I really enjoyed their music and they had a fun personality. To have to stop because of health reasons suck. They sounded pretty torn up about it on stream too. They said, hope they take as long as they need for recovery. Maybe a glorious and full recovery. And yeah, it seems like obviously there's been a lot of support, especially over on the kind of live stream. Obviously, I don't think comments were comments were turned off for the actual hiatus announcement. But again, it is a indefinite hiatus for now. But I'm hoping that in the future, obviously, we will see, you know, Yusan come back to streaming, and maybe, you know, once everything is better. Again, obviously, they say it's going to take quite a while, so don't expect any kind of thing anytime soon. I think it's going to take potentially, you know, over a year. I don't know how long this kind of stuff is supposed to last, but again, it will be a very long time. So don't expect like a 2-week break and then they come back. That is not going to be the case. It's going to be for quite a long time. Because again, it is something that obviously affects them and has affected them before, even before the VTubing stuff. And VTubing was supposed to be a remedy for it, but again, it doesn't seem like it's working as well. But again, you know, hopefully they do good in the future. Hopefully they can come back even stronger and make even more great covers. Because again, you know, they've been very, very popular over the past couple of months and years or so in terms of all the covers that they have made. Obviously, you know, you've got Villain here, 500k. You know, they are extremely popular with these covers, and obviously having this kind of thing to take it away from you, it kind of sucks. You know, it always has to be one of those things where like it affects the thing that you like the most, if you get what I mean, right? Like for like as I said before, with Rara's situation, like as a VTuber, you could like have anything bad happen to you, and you could probably still stream, right? Like lots of VTubers could still go on and still do what they love to do, right? But then as soon as it like affects the voice, it's like done. You know, it's not even like it sucks, because obviously it's just one area that, you know, if that's affected, then you're screwed in terms of your career and in terms of your stuff. Now obviously it can be prevented. You can go around it, like obviously Yusan is doing in terms of taking a break and not putting strain on it. But you know, it just sucks that there is just this one section of you that, you know, VTubing needs and singing needs, and you know, for example, you know, you could like break your leg or something, you could still continue doing VTubing, because again, having a broken leg doesn't mean you can't sit in front of a camera, right? But again, you know, I think it is pretty crazy that, you know, it is just one of these things that always happens to a lot of VTubers, especially lately, that has been affecting a lot of them. And yeah, it just kind of sucks, you know. It sucks that a lot of people have been affected by it, in particular, especially whenever their, you know, kind of job and career, I guess, you know, involves that so much. But yeah, I mean, that's essentially all there is for this situation. Just kind of wanted to keep you guys up to date with what was going on with this hiatus. But yeah, it seems like Yusan will be on hiatus starting on December 21st. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameStop, use my code Kazo, get 10% off. Again, they got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. So, see ya.